Hello everyone, Marvel DC fan here with another video, and today we're going to do another showcase video, which is a series of us going through your favorite costumes in all of your favorite superhero games, yada yada yada. So today we're gonna be taking a look at the Arkham City skins for every character. And so I put a poll up recently, which was going over deciding between either doing Marvel Spider-Man 2 or Arkham City as our next kind of showcase video. And I decided maybe not doing Spider-Man, at least right now. I just kind of want to wait a bit before because there's probably going to be DLC costumes coming out, so I kind of want to wait until those, settle in a little bit before, we do a full video showing all the costumes and stuff for both Peter and Miles. So we're just going to do the Arkham games next. And I think what we're going to do is that instead of doing all the Arkham games at once, we're just going to leave, for the next few videos, we're going to do Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and then finally Arkham Knight. There is some stuff in Blackgate and Arkham Asylum, but I'm probably going to wait. I'm going to hold off on those because there's tons of other games with superhero costumes to go through. So we'll tackle those when we get to it. But we'll tackle those games. We'll circle back, and maybe we'll even do a special Batmobile video for Arkham Knight or whatever. The sky's the limit. So we're gonna go through today. We're gonna go through all the costumes for Batman, Catwoman, Robin, and Nightwing. And the only things, well, I guess, I don't know. I lost track now. We'll save the armored suits for the end because, they're kind of just in their own niche thing, so we'll talk about them afterwards. And we're going to start off by looking at the Batman skins and Robin, whatever. So let's get out of here. Let's go into the character trophies and just start from the default design, which is with Batman. And so the thing about Batman is that he doesn't really look all that different. The look hasn't really changed much between Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. He's got most of the things that we know Arkham Batman has. He's got the long ears. He's got the costume, which is kind of an armored fabric mesh, and then he's also got the big gauntlets and the boots and stuff. The only real changes between Asylum and City that are kind of worth mentioning is, for starters, he doesn't have the logo from Arkham Asylum anymore. He's got something completely different. It's more of a generalized Batman logo that's been in other Batman things, so it's not particularly his alone. And the only other things of real note are actually, there's three major changes between Asylum and City. The other changes are with the gauntlets and boots. You'll notice that he has this plating on top of, which for the longest time I thought was just a separate gauntlet. It wasn't until a few years ago where I looked at it closely, and and I realized, it's just the Arkham. It's just the Arkham Asylum gauntlets with, a little bit of armor patched in. Which I guess this is more so because of, what happened with the Joker and him trying to, him using explosive gel on his fucking arm and almost blowing up. I guess it could be a totally different reason. Maybe the comics delve into it. And also, we'll zoom out. You can see a little bit of padding on the top of where the covers for his boots are, but for the most part, also the belt too. The belt is changed. it's no longer just the I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Uh, yeah, the pouches are a little more separated than it usually would be in the other games. So, or in the first game, I should say. So yeah, that is the core differences between this Batman compared to Asylum Batman. So, and I do like this design. I prefer Arkham Asylum's more. Like, I just like the more simplified look. And also, there's something about this Batman where he's just a little chunkier. Maybe it's more so in the neck, but it kind of bothers me. But it's more just a me thing. But let's move on. I love that. So next we got animated Batman which is based on the defining look from Batman the Animated Series, and they pretty much have this thing perfectly nailed. Like they got just about everything right. There are differences with the skins, which we'll kind of get into, but you can see the cowl looks very similar to the cartoon. He's got the yellow oval. The belt is pretty like faithful. You know, the colors and stuff are really nice. And there's a little bit of cell shading on all the animated suits, which is a nice touch. You can kind of see it like down his chest there. You can see that black line, and even just right here with like the going up the wrist, you can see that little black edge there, which is a nice touch, and I really do like that. This is probably one of my this is probably like between this and Arkham or Batman Beyond, this is probably one of my favorite skins to run around in. I love this so much, and yeah, I can't get enough of this thing. It is perfect, pretty much perfect. It is weird seeing the cowl separated from the cape, but that's more just for the sake of the cost, for consistency among the skins, and not really like anything with you know, the animated suit itself. So, and they're all like this too. They got the same separation with the cowl and even the cape. Like when the wingspan is out, they all look the same, which is kind of a downfall for me. I prefer in the later games when every cape was just its own unique look. Maybe some of them were reused, but you know, for the most part, they're just kind of generally like intact. So, or distinct is the better word for it. So, yeah, animated suit, fantastic. Okay, next we're moving on to the 70s Batsuit, and I love the 70s Batsuit. This is also another one of my favorites. If you've seen my top 5 video for Batman skins, you'll already know my placement, and it's still the same here. This version of the 70s Batsuit too is also, I much prefer this over Arkham Knight's. Like I like the lighter blue. I like that he has no pupils. The logo on the belt look really nice. Just everything about this looks really cool. Yeah, it's not my first choice, but it's definitely right up there with the others. Like it's a great costume. I love this thing, and I'm glad that it got another kind of treatment in Arkham Knight. Like they decided to revisit it a little. So yeah, great stuff. Not really much more to say other than that, but yeah. So let's move on. So next we have Year One Batman, and this suit's okay. I don't hate it as much. Like, I don't know. This suit is weird for me because there's a period where I like it, and then other periods where it's not great. But now right now, this could change. In my opinion, it could change any day. But yeah, right now this suit just looks fine. As far as stuff that I like about it, you know, I like the small, tiny ears from the Frank Miller book. I like the logo. The logo's really cool. The belt is interesting, where it's this kind of gray color, which I don't think was the case in the comic, but I guess they were trying to take a little bit of a spin here. And also, I think, and this is just speculative here, I think this partially inspired certain aspects of the Arkham Origins costume, particularly with that belt there. I also love the scalloped fins here. They look nice. But yeah, there's not really much to comment on it. It's just, it looks fine. The face is a little meh, but for the most part, you know, also the color scheme. The color scheme I'm not really a fan of with the black. Like it's supposed to be this black color, but it doesn't, it looks more grayish, and this is a problem with some other costumes in this game. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we got Earth 1 Batman, and this suit rocks. I love the Earth 1 Bat suit. Just about everything like I love about it. I love the cowl, like the where, you know, this little part of his face there with that the cowl could effectively, you know, go up. That's really nice. And also the logo is really cool with like it kind of being bolted into the upper part of the cowl with like the cape going off of it. That looks pretty sweet. The suit design looks, you know, really cool. I love the gloves, the gauntlets he's wearing. Like it's just kind of this small plating, and the belt too. The belt looks really nice. There's no undies on the outside, which is definitely different for, I guess. Well, by the time this came out, this was like, I want to say right around the time like the new 52 was kind of taking effect. So, or at least right before. So I guess they were just kind of going with the flow over it, editorial, and the boots look kind of cool too. Yeah, the only thing that makes this like, the only thing that bugs me is just the color palette. It's just like a very like dark gray where it's supposed to be black for like the cowl, the cape, and you know all the main bits. So, and this is just kind of a problem with some other ones, which we'll get into. But yeah, I love using this suit. It's a great suit. I would wear this all day. This is probably like third pick for me. Actually, if you want to know my placement, just go watch the other video. I should stress. So, let's move on. Okay, so we have the Dark Knight Returns Batman, another Frank Miller classic, which I guess was a pretty like okay pick for pretty okay pick, or I guess like a necessary one for like for one of the best Batman games. So with positives, I love the big logo. The logo looks really nice. The belt is really cool too. I like that there's, you know, they definitely kept the chunky nature of Dark Knight Batman intact. They didn't try to like slim him down at all. They were, you know, very, very accurate to the book. And even with the gauntlets too, like you see those spikes that are coming out, which are like, they're not as sharp as, or they're not as like bladed, I guess you can call it. And also the white eyes too. The white eyes are a nice touch. Just like with Year One, I think it's an okay suit. It's not one of my favorites. And yeah, the black parts of the suit just kill me. Like it's just weird. But I will say, like, as far as compared to, let's say, Arkham Knight's version, for example, I love the leather look of that, but I just, like, I think one part about that Arkham Knight version which bothers me is the gray is really, like, darkened. And I think for Dark Knight Batman, I've always suited, like, a more lighter shade. So I'm glad this one kind of keeps that intact, but yeah, not a bad outfit at all, I would say. So, yeah, take from that what you will. It's not a bad one. I think I kind of prefer this slightly over, as far as this game is concerned, prefer it slightly over Year One. But yeah. Anyway, next suit. Okay, what do we have? We got the goat, the main attraction, or at least for me anyway. We got the Batman Beyond skin. I love this costume so much. There's just about everything is perfect with this version of the suit. I love the ears. You know, the logo is perfect. The belt is perfect. I think even the shade of black that they use is really cool. I like the kind of mesh, or at least like the fabric too. How, you know, it has that honeycomb shape throughout. It looks pretty awesome all around. The only thing that bugs me is the eyes. The eyes on this suit really bug me. It's just they're too far apart, and they're almost in a permanent squint. So that's the only real issue with this skin, I feel. But other than that, it's damn near perfect, I'd say. Yeah, this is definitely like my top two for sure. Like this is it, on one occasion it could be my favorite, and the next it could completely change. So yeah, I can't get enough of this suit. So let's move on. Okay, so we got the Sinestro Corps Batman, and this suit is actually really cool. I dig it. I like the short ears and like the overall look of the face, like the way the cowl's designed. Also, the white eyes are really cool. Not sure what's going on with the neck though. The neck just looks just off. Like it's just veiny and all this all over it, and it's just like eh. And then also you got the black and yellow going through it, which looks really cool. I love the gauntlets here and this belt area. And then like you got the boots too, which look really nice. Yeah, this is probably like as far as placement goes, this is like number 6 for sure. I do really like the look of this one. So on an off day, if I'm not really if I don't feel like wearing like the armored suit or whatnot, or if I'm just playing like the PC version, which we're looking at right now, I would definitely I would definitely wear this for sure. So anyway, let's move on to the next Batman suit, which I think. Oh wait, it's down here. Okay, yes. I almost forgot about that. Since this was separate from the skin pack, they put it down here at the bottom. So we have Batman Incorporated. We have a Batman Inc., which I'm just gonna say right off the bat, I prefer the Arkham Knight version, even though it's relatively the same across both games. But there are just some small differences that I prefer in that game as opposed to this one. So firstly, the face. The face looks really weird, and also just like the whole head and neck area just kind of look off to me. So yeah, not really digging that. The logo is nice. It's just the standard, you know, yellow oval bat logo, which I think Arkham Knight had a better one, which was a little bit more unique compared to this one. I do really like the gauntlets, like especially where like the armored all over the hands and knuckles and stuff. The belt looks really nice, and also you got this cod piece here, which I don't know what the writers were thinking about. I guess they wanted to invoke a little, you know, Batman and Robin, Batman and Robin kind of feeling towards it. And then you got the boots here, which has this armored plating on top of it, which looks really good too. I think this is like right below Sinestro Core for me, where like I prefer wearing this over the two Frank Miller suits. Um, but yeah, as far as Arkham Knight goes, that version is just better in every way. I'm sorry, but uh, it's not a bad looking suit at all. Like I would still use this in the game, so but it's just I guess that's just a preference of mine. But yeah, really good looking suit. So let's I think now it's time we get into the other characters, which they don't have as many costumes. Which actually it's just like two, at least for Robin and Nightwing. But yeah, let's get into Catwoman's design. So off the bat, this is probably like as far as just media in general, this is one of my favorite Catwoman looks. Um, it invokes like the leather outfit, but it's just taken to another level where it's more so just kind of a tactical or a very sleek looking version of it. I like all the leather straps going around it. Not sure what those things by her shoulders are. These little metal pieces. I'm not sure what that's all about. But the mask looks really cool. I like that it extends down to like the collar. That's a nice touch. The goggles look really nice. Um, you can tell this Catwoman is very open. Let's see that with the zipper and stuff. Um, yeah, all the little line work and stuff going through it, and like you can even see the padding on her, on like her arm area there. The claws look really nice, and like she's got knuckle protection, and yeah, so all of it is just a very like sleek looking outfit. Even the boots too. The boots look really good. Let's zoom in a little bit on those boots. They're definitely made for walking, that's for sure. But yeah, a really good version of Catwoman. And I would love to see like future movies, like if whenever the Brave of the Bold movie comes out, if they ever decide to put Catwoman in there, like have a look that invokes this to an extent. I think for live action, this is how you do it. So, um, also I just kind of prefer like the face, like compared to Arkham Knight, I much prefer the face here because she actually looks like a woman here as opposed to like Arkham Knight Catwoman, which always to me looked like a college student in a Catwoman costume. So she didn't look as old there, and I guess for the part of Batman's career, this is a much more fitting look for Catwoman. So let's let's move on to our other skins, which are really nice additions too. So firstly, we got the animated Catwoman, which is just one to one from the animated series. Like just everything about it looks really cool. Um, they kept the gray bodysuit and the black like part of her face, which is really cool. The face even just looks like one of Bruce Timm's drawings, which looks great. The black gloves going up, the boots, the belt. Like this is just one to one animated series Catwoman, and it looks fantastic here. This is probably her best costume in all the Arkham games. I feel where she's able to wear a costume like this is just fantastic. I love it, and I don't think there's much else to say. So we're gonna move on to her other skin, which I do like too. So we got the Long Halloween Catwoman, which is another one of those cases where they're very faithful to the books. And this suit is great. And I love that they incorporated everything that makes Long Halloween Catwoman, Long Halloween Catwoman, like the ears are on point. I like that she looks like a hairless cat. It's just it's giving me that kind of energy. Um, she's got the purple eyeshadow and the lipstick. She's got the purple gloves going up to like past her elbows, and even the little rings there on her hand, like the kind of jewelry she's accessorized her costume with. And those boots too, going up past her knees. Everything about this just looks really nice. Even if you put this like side by side with the Batman suit, like I think this one looks better as far as just translation from the comics. They did a real fantastic job with this one. As far as like between this and her 90s costume in Arkham Knight, I think I like the 90s one better, but this is just like this is probably my third favorite out of her alternates. Uh, yeah, great look in general. So let's move on to Robin and Nightwing. Okay, so where's Robin? Robin's model. It's up here somewhere. I just don't remember where it is. Oh, here it is. There's Robin. So this is the Arkhamverse version of Tim Drake Robin. This compared to Arkham Knight, this looks much better. The hood looks really cool. I like the mask. Also, I like the kind of shirt he's wearing and the exposed sleeves. Like that's really cool. The R looks really awesome. The gauntlets, the belt, even the pants too. The pants look really nice, and even the boots. Just everything about this Robin look, like, is cool. And even though like it's more so trying to be like a Damian Wayne kind of outfit. I think in the context of the Arkham games, like this looks great as just a redesign for a character. So, and yeah, this looks way better than Arkham Knight's fucking weird Robin costume. But we'll get to that later. I'll save all my frustrations for that. All right, let's move on to his alternate costumes you can play in the challenge maps. So firstly, we got animated Robin, which is not Tim Drake animated. This is Dick Grayson's animated costume, and just like with the other two before it, like this is just perfect. Like they nailed everything about this look. From the domino mask to the R, the belt, the green going like the green gloves, green sleeves, green legging type thing, even the boots too. Like this is just peak Robin. And one thing that I haven't mentioned until now is that when you're playing the story or Harley Quinn's Revenge, if you're wearing the animated costume, the other characters will be wearing their animated suits too. So like when Robin shows up, he'll be in his Dick Grayson outfit, or if you meet up with Catwoman, she'll be in her animated series getup, and it's a nice touch. So, but yeah, great Robin design overall. So let's move on to his last one, which is Red Robin. And this is just a fun outfit that I like using on occasion. So we got the full cowl going on here. He basically just looks like Batman, just without the ears. I'm not sure what the lines on his face are for, especially when they go, like they don't go to the edge of where the mask, like it just goes like to his nostrils, which is kind of strange, but whatever. So he's got the black cape. He's got the Red Robin logo with like the capsules going down his chest. That looks really cool. The belt looks really nice. Yeah, this is like, as far as this game, I think this is probably my second favorite to use. I think for Arkham, Arkham, like Arkham. For Arkham City, it's like main suit, Red Robin, and animated. I like all three of his suits equally, and I use them as equally. So I think that's the order for right now, but I probably could change my mind later. So So yeah, great suit. Let's move on to Nightwing. Where is he? There he is. So Arkham Nightwing, which is his costume in Arkham City before, which is a way better costume than Arkham Knight's. Arkham Knight's is just weird with the whole cowl look, like going up to not past his forehead. I always found that strange, but his Arkham City look is pretty cool. I like how everything's all kind of bolted together. Like, it's just all these like armor plating on top of like some bodysuit, and it looks pretty unique and very distinct from other Nightwing looks. I think it just looks great. Like I really like it. Like the blue going down to where his knuckles are is cool. It's pretty much his look from the 2000s, but they did a really good job of like making it work in this series. So let's move on to his last costume, which is going to be this one, animated Nightwing. So yeah, it's pretty, like, this is from the New Adventures, which keeps that art style to an extent. It feels like it's a weird hybrid between the regular like animated series bunch and the New Adventures, at least from what I'm looking at. But he's got the all black bodysuit. He's got the bird logo, and then the problem with this suit, they got rid of the damn mullet. It just looks weird. Like, look at that. Look at the cut. Like, look at the back of his head. It looks strange. Like, what is that, like, cut there? Did the barber just mess up or something and didn't tell him? I don't get it. If he had the mullet, this would be much better, but compared to the other animated suits, I still like using this, but I prefer in this game using his regular Nightwing suit. So I don't know. It's a weird outfit. So anyway, that is. Oh wait, we still have the animated, or no, we still have the armored suits to look at. So let me put in the Batman transition in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we've transitioned over to the Wii U version, and we're going to take a look at the 2 exclusive skins that you can get in this version. Yeah, there's no armored skins for Robin and Nightwing, which is kind of a shame, especially for like Robin, but that's a discussion for another time. So let's start off with the man himself, the Dark Knight. So as far as just the armored suits in general, like as far as the context of the series, I think this is probably like right up there as one of the better ones. I even like this more than Arkham Knight's version. To be real here, like there's a lot about it which I really do like, and I do appreciate that they tried to, in some ways, integrate it with the gamepad, because this was a launch title and they were trying to do that with a bunch of games. So let's go through this piece by piece. So we got the cowl here. You could tell just all the different line work, how many like separate pieces are all kind of mashed together and form fitted. One of my favorite details is right where the ears are. You can kind of just lift up the top part of the cowl, and you don't have to worry about it, like, because if you remember in the regular game, it's like, he pulls the mask over him, like, usual, but here it's just like its own piece that is kind of not bolted, but it's like it has a little piece in there to kind of keep it together. And so you can see all that line work. You see he's got some protection in the back, which is really handy and helpful. It does look a little weird though, like if you're looking at it from a side profile, but it's very minor. Also, he has a chin guard, which he doesn't really need, but it doesn't look too bad here. So also one thing to note about this compared to the regular Arkham City cowl is that the ears are slightly longer. I'd say they're about as long as like Arkham Asylum, at least just by like first glance. I might be kind of wrong, but uh, that's what I'm getting anyway. So we've got some armor all over the cowl here. You can see like the plates and stuff across the body. And I guess in combat that's supposed to, what they explain is it's supposed to build up kind of kinetic energy for when he, activates the BAT mode, or basically this game's shock gloves. And, you can see by the gauntlets, they are very, very well protected. And even you can see on one of them, he has that little screen there, which is supposed to be, in the player's view, this is supposed to be the gamepad. So all the things you can do on the gamepad are all done in real time, which is kind of cool. And then yeah, it's like two different designs for each cowl, or for each gauntlet, which is interesting. For his left one, it's more reminiscent of his regular gauntlet in Arkham City, and then on the other one, it's a very different design, which actually resembles more. It gives me more Arkham Asylum vibes than anything. So that's kind of cool. We got the belt here, which is radically different. The pouches are not as separated. They're a little bit more formed together. Also, he has these giant capsules on him for whatever purpose they serve. And also the color is different too. It has like a more kind of more orangey hue to it, as opposed to, being gold and whatnot. And also these silver pieces, which don't really need to be there, but I actually kind of like this belt. I like this belt more than the regular Arkham City version, to be fair. But like, so down the legs, he's definitely got some protection in all the right places. You catch my drift. So he's got like protection on the legs. He's got for the knees. Look at the size of those knee pads. Those could definitely hurt somebody. And then also the boots too, which are also very very well guarded and protected. It looks really cool, I gotta say. I think if we're ranking armored suits in general from the Arkham games, I'd put this. Actually, you know what? I think this might be my favorite out of all of them. I do really like Arkham Asylum's take on it. And Arkham Knights it works for that game. But the thing about Arkham Asylum is that when you really look at it, it's just armored segments on top of the pre-established suit. This is just a completely like different design overall, and it looks neat. Usually I'm not really like an armored Batman type person. Like I'm more for cloth costumes and whatnot. But this works, I'd say. So anyway, let's move on to the other one, and probably not my favorite design, if I'm being fair, if I'm being real here. So we got Catwoman, who is this is just bad. There's a lot of things about it which I don't vibe with. First of all, the mask here. It looks like she's just wearing like a cat hood that she bought at a costume shop. Because you can see like there's this weird gap where, from the chin down her neck, it's just like this big open space, which she does have the resemblance of a collar, but it goes into the costume, which is just off. The goggles don't look too bad, and then we just get all these weird like plating all across the suit. You can see from like the chest area, has this weird like muscle type look to it, which I don't vibe with at all. Also, another thing is that you can tell that for the Nintendo console, she's a little bit more covered. She's not as open as usual. But yeah, I'm just not like. There's not really much else to say here. I don't I don't dig like all the protection on the arms. It doesn't look right. The extra long like giant claws they gave her is just unnecessary. And then like you got these plates on the back here and down the legs. It looks like she just stole like a knight's armor and like just segmented it to her costume. It doesn't look natural. Bruce really fumbled the bag here. But yeah, it's not the worst Catwoman suit in all the games. I still think like the 60s outfit is way worse than this, but yeah, not my favorite design in these games. So let's get out of here. But yeah, that is all of the costumes in or for the two bonus costumes we see for the for our two leads. So yeah, it was definitely an interesting way to kind of sell this to new players for the console, but I don't think it. I mean, it's a cool novelty at least. So let's transition to the end of the video. Oh yeah, before we end the video, I just wanted to quickly take a mention to Mad Hatter Batman, which it just looks cool. Look at the cowl here. It just looks all freaky and unnatural. If you use any other costume when you're fighting the Mad Hatter, it'll just be a mask on top of Batman's face, which is what it's supposed to be in the real world, or at least not in the dream state that Batman's in. But yeah, they don't have the freaky like looking bunny face that this one does. But which I think the armored I think there's in the armored edition there's a model for this. I forget. We'll see. I'll put it up on screen. So everybody, that is going to be it for Arkham City. And yeah, so let me know in the comments what your favorite costume is in the Arkham in this game, and also let me know some other suggestions after we finish up the Arkham games. What you want to see from Showcase, what games you want me to take a look at. It doesn't even have to be all superhero stuff. We could take a look at other like costumes in other games, and I think that'd be fun. So, but in the meantime, or at least next video will be Arkham Origins. So stay tuned for that. I can't wait to record that one. And yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. If you're new, follow me on all my social media. And also, what else? Also, subscribe to my other channels. My Let's Play channel, and also the Speaking Nerd podcast, which hopefully we'll get some content up for that soon. But yeah, have a great night. Thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to take care of yourselves. See ya.